exciting treat. This is going to be an awesome night. And James, roll.
Hello, Phoenixville. I'm just going to keep waiting for him.
You're awesome.
Thank you. Hello, Phoenixville. Glad to be showing the film here in the Colonial Theater, the Blob Theater. Right up there. And we got Bad Luck Bootsy here. I hope you don't bring us more bad luck. Just want to say my writing and directing partner, Kevin Finn, and my producer, Sean Keegan. They've been here with us for lots of the screenings. We've been tag teaming a lot of these. But anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for helping with the movie, by the way. In any possible way. Like, everybody had some kind of part in this movie. Whether it was, donating to it, or if it was just giving me the idea by requesting E.T. so many damn times, or just supporting, Cinemassacre and everything. So this is a community effort, this film. And when you see it, it's going to be like, you're going to see 8 years of my life flash by in 2 hours. So, you all ready to see this damn movie? That was amazing. Great crowd. Thanks a lot. Cool. And guess what? We also have a ninja in the audience. A glitch gremlin. Kevin Finn. Read the instructions. Yeah, where's the instructions?
This one has glitches.
It's a glitch. It's a glitched one. No, that's the Bad Luck Bootsy one. Oh, we got it now. We did something. All right. And also, we have another special guest. A very rare public appearance. Just to demonstrate some of the practical effects of the movie, and there's no guarantee it's going to work right now, but all right, let's see, here we go, come on. Yeah.
I've underestimated you.
Yeah, the voice was Robbie Rist, Michelangelo from the live-action Turtle movies, Cousin Oliver on the Brady Bunch. We had a special effects team who did, they did this guy and they did Death Mothsis also, which was a suit monster. That would have been too complicated to bring up here. But basically, we had this team of Frank Balzer, Josh Russell, his wife Sierra Russell, and David Woodruff, son of Tom Woodruff Jr., who did the Xenomorph aliens. And it was a modern monster movie effects guy, and was the Gill Man in Monster Squad, all kinds of cool stuff.
I just want to know, how did that general guy lost his legs in the first place?
In the first place? We'll have to do a prequel sometime. So we're going to leave that one open. Hey, right here.
Is this what makes it worth it, making that film, being here tonight with all your fans that love you and love your stuff, and just hearing our reactions while it was playing and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I'm real glad you liked it. Really glad you enjoyed it. And
I definitely think so. Sorry I was a little late getting here. We've had some glitches coming over here. I wanted to take a second to thank you guys all for sure.
The question is, the general, after he lost his second arm, how did he keep moving his...
Yeah, we never thought about that. We were like, okay, well, he's got the joystick all the time. And before, we just thought, like it wouldn't be so obvious that he'd be like always having to operate. But then when we saw how it worked, we're like, okay, you can clearly see he's like moving it with his joystick. So when he's got no arms, it's like, all right, fuck it. It's just like, it's just on autopilot now.
That tank was fantastic, because he's a big guy compared to that tank.
Yeah.
He's clearly coming over there just kind of going like this.
Yeah. He's just Fred Flintstoning it.
How do you go about filming the Doug Walker cameo? Did you send a camera guy over there, or did he film it himself?
I was there actually. I drove all the way across the country to LA when we filmed this, and then drove all the way back. And on my way back, I went through Chicago, and we filmed the cameo with them. So it was a lot of things. We would have gotten more cameos too. It would have been cool to get Spoonie, and I was talking to Brennell Floss about it one time. It could have kept on going, but then it got to a point where we already filmed most of the main parts that we needed, that needed to be in the story. And then it was kind of like, oh, let's fit in a bunch of cameos for fun. And it also had to work out with everybody's schedule. Like, we had to be in the same place. A lot of times when we were at a convention together, we would always try to meet up with people and do cameos. But then, at conventions, we're always so busy, so it was just a matter of time and stuff. And
what was the biggest thing that you learned making a film on this scale?
the biggest thing for me, I thought, was like working with so many people, because we worked with, if you count everybody who's been involved in this film, it's been hundreds and hundreds. I mean, you saw the credits. On set, especially, it was really difficult because you have so many people and so many different chains of command and everything, and it's kind of harder for me when you have a lot of people. Yeah, because you think it would be easier. You think it'd be like, oh, you have more people, it would get done faster and everything, but no.
Yeah, every step of the way was like a crash course in filmmaking. I mean, between James and I, we've made a whole lot of short films, and I've produced a lot of television, but it's a whole different beast, from beginning to casting to being on set with so many people, like you said, and all the way to like what we're doing now, touring and publicity. It's crazy. It's just like, it's a whole lot of learning, for sure.
Were there cost overruns? How did you deal with keeping in the budget, things like that?
Shanthi is not here. He was our producer, and he was really good at saying, like, fuck you, dude, you're not gonna do that.
We're like, hey, we got a plane. All right, we need like a cockpit of a plane. We need a tank, and we give all this stuff to him, and he's just like, just the Sean Keegan nod, like, okay, like, all right. And I'm just like, okay, we're not going to get a tank. How are we going to do this? And then he just rolls in with the tank. It's like, yep, you got it. It's like, I was like, how much did this tank cost? And where are we at? And he's like, don't worry about it. He's just like, yeah.
Under promise, over deliver is his middle name. He's the best producer, I think, in Hollywood, and I wish you were here, dude.
Yeah.
Did you actually say the nerd's work is never done just for the trailer?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, just to do the joke. Yeah, I mean, we put it in the trailer, and like, they're not going to get this joke until like, when this movie's finished. So.
That might have been your dream, but do you guys have a next big dream? Not
Adult
just the next
films.
one.
Just making more movies. I think this one kind of is like the sampler platter of all the different things that I plan to do.
What is the nerd's real name, or is it just James?
Oh, it's just Nerd. We never reveal it. It's just like, it's either not revealed or it's just Nerd. It's not Herb. My name's not Herb.
Father's name is Mr. Swan. You can call me John.
If you had a chance to redo or reshoot anything from that movie, what would it be?
Chance to reshoot anything from the movie.
I thought that tinfoil wall part was pretty lousy. I was like, all right, Simon. No one knows that's me because I grew a beard. I got the plug for myself.
Reshoot any scene.
You know what I would do? This is what I would seriously do. That scene with the robot hallway.
Mm-hmm.
We never got the timing right on the doors closing. They were supposed to close so ridiculously slow, so that he was never safe. Like the robots are supposed to be in a steaming pile of like robot parts, and the door would be still closing super. That's how it was in the script. But when you're like going fast and you're trying to shoot stuff, and you have continuity of robots coming with this thing closing.
It's two people like pushing the doors. Like two people are just going like this. Yeah.
But I would have just shot that stop-looking that way first, just with all that action, and just having it close super slow and matching everything to that. But shit happens.
There's nothing major I can think of, but I remember like the scene where our heads are all in the fridge, how we never got like close-ups of everybody. We just did this long dialogue of everybody's head in it, so you have no cutaways. The only cutaways we had were the flashbacks, but then there are parts where, oh wait, we really want to cut up his dialogue here, make it a little tighter, but you didn't have that cutaway. So then I shot those, like, that inner cut of me grabbing the Rolling Rock from there. Yeah, the pudding and everything, so it was like...
I remember telling Xander, it was like, all right, you're going to have to do the whole thing in one take.
Yeah, Time Winters was awesome.
Yeah, Time Winters from Gremlins.
One of the most underrated, Gremlins 2, yeah. One of the most underrated actors of all time.
He was the first and only audition I've ever seen where the whole room gave him a standing ovation. We were like, I guess we got to cast him now.
So, would you consider the AVGN film now, like, canon to the series?
It's as canon as any episode is canon with the others. Like, you know, there's references, but it's not really, like, nothing's really ever tied in. Like in, I think the XMen video, I'm shooting lasers out my eyes. It's like he doesn't shoot lasers out his eyes in the movie. It's kind of like each episode kind of has its own reality.
Well, Cooper was never actually in the nerd room. We green screened him in there.
Yeah,
it
was one shot.
In from LA.
The shoulder shot when it was over his shoulder, that was Mike Matei. So he's in the movie more than you know. Just wearing his shirt.
The scene where the military girls fall off the building and it looks like really bad.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you. No, I love it.
Is it inspired by William Shatner? Some of his awesome movies where he's fallen.
Well, I actually at some point want to do a montage of all the movies where there's that falling shot, because like especially I think the 80s and 90s, there was always that falling shot where the villain is like falling off the building, and it's usually on like a blue screen, and you know it looks real poor. So I've always wanted to do that in a movie. We just basically wanted to have the worst falling shot possible, and then to cap it off with the Ninja Turtles 3 reference.
I just wanted to ask if you knew that a lot of your productions, like how much it inspires like a lot of small-time filmmakers.
Oh yeah, all the time I keep hearing that, and I believe it, because when I was, you know, in high school and before, you know, you get inspired by reading other people's stories. One of the most inspiring books I ever read was Rebel Without a Crew by Robert Rodriguez. And, you know, you hear about all that kind of stuff, and then you think, well, okay, well, then you know, it gives you inspiration to do it, like, because it's easy to get discouraged, that you need somebody to lift you up sometimes, and then, so yeah, it's really awesome to know that I'm completing the chain. Now more people are going to be doing this, so I hope this movie paves the way for a lot more dreams to come true, you know.
And as inspirational as it's been for you guys, I mean, just in the trenches for as long as we were making this movie, and just like, you know, obstacle after obstacle, hearing that stuff from you guys is what kept us going. A lot of it was just, I know for me, it's just like, you know, that's the best incentive in the world is to hear that kind of stuff, so it's awesome.